gentlemen, to another edition of Rebels TV, our third weekly edition for the 2018 season, which now is officially just around the corner. Full dress rehearsal practice matches for the boys this weekend. Second round of TAC Cup Girls this weekend. And our under-16 development team not too far away either. Sean Kelly's my name. Sitting in the host chair as always, and joining me in the co-host chair is AFL Victoria Talent Manager Phil Partington. Pardo, welcome back.
G'day Sean, great to be back. Been a big week, Sean, the last week, and even bigger coming up. So looking forward to see what's going on.
Yeah, as we said, the season is definitely just about here. And we talk about the under-16s, Pardo. The under-16 development squad for 2018 named this past Friday. 26-player squad that'll take in 3 games throughout the AFL Victoria Country Challenge Series.
Yeah, really excited, Sean, with the squad we've come with. 26 players of all different players, sizes and shapes and abilities. And it's probably the hardest team to pick, Sean, in the Rebels organisation, because you've got to pick a team of 26.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a squad. So we can't have 24 midfielders. We've got to have a range of players to play a game of footy. So we're excited what the boys can do, and looking forward to how they go this weekend, the last trial game, but then into the Challenge Series the week after. Yeah,
3 games in the Challenge Series. The first one here at Mars Stadium as part of our triple-header kind of season opener, if you will, on Saturday the 24th of March. Then another one on Good Friday down at Torquay as part of another AFL Victoria Festival of Football. And then their last game up in Bendigo on Friday, April the 7th as well. So 3 pretty exciting games coming up for the under-16s.
Yeah, looking forward to the Good Friday game. It's the TAC Cup or TAC Footy Festival. So I think we're playing before the Torquay and Woodroffe game. So I think a lot of people are going to be there at Torquay during that Easter period, Sean, with the surfing and whatnot. But looking forward to that game.
Yeah, it will be indeed a great time for our under-16s. You saw the squad come up on the screen as we were talking about it. Under-18 boys, Pardo, as we know, the squad was named on Rebels TV last week. We took them into their annual pre-season camp on the weekend, and obviously also including the AFL Victoria Testing Day. And whilst we'll see a little bit more on the camp very shortly, probably one of the better camps we've had. I know we spoke about this on Sunday afternoon during our time together at the Rebels.
Well, I think in my time, Sean, probably the camp was probably the most successful one in bonding the players, and we had different sort of activities we did with the players. Sean, they tested well at AFL Victoria Testing on the Saturday, but I think Saturday afternoon was a great highlight for the boys and doing something different, something they hadn't done in the past, and then Sunday with our Reach Foundation talk, and that was just a really moving experience for our players, and I don't think it was a dry eye in the place after the boys spoke about themselves. So really looking forward to the season ahead, Sean, but certainly the camp went well.
Well, let's have a look at some of the things that took place during our pre-season camp this past weekend at Pax Hill Scout Camp in Ballarat, and then up in Melbourne, both at Maribyrnong College and on Port Phillip Bay. Thanks to Dragon Boat Victoria. Check it out. We welcome you to the story of the GWV Rebels pre-season camp for 2018, starting on the Friday afternoon at Pax Hill Scout Camp in Ballarat, where we quickly found out a little bit about our new 2018 Rebels, including how good or bad they might be at dancing. Good moves, Connor. And we got to know the coaches a little bit as well as each other before tucking in on the Friday night and then heading to Melbourne the next morning for some education sessions with AFL Victoria. And then into the warm-ups for our boys and our girls ahead of our AFL Victoria Testing Day at Maribyrnong College. As you can see, a range of different athletic feats tested, which our boys and girls literally threw themselves into. Including Charlie Wilson bringing up one of the best times of the whole weekend on the agility test, going just over 8 seconds.
Good track.
Brand new yo-yo test, replacing the beep test, designed more for football-like conditions. Then after that, it was down to Docklands, and after some warm-ups with life jackets, including the coach, the boys got into our special activity for the weekend, thanks to Dragon Boat Victoria, some dragon boat racing, and after a few fairly stern lectures and lessons on how to paddle and how to steer the boats from the very experienced Dragon Boat Victoria instructors, quickly into the water to see if our guys were as good off land as they are on. After some quick dockside exercises, the boys soon got underway. Bird's eye view, thanks to Tom Clark. And as you can see, 3 different crews soon started to get the hang of this dragon boat racing. And after several laps back and forth behind Etihad Stadium in the Docklands, teams were soon getting ready to race, really starting to show some form. Then it was time for racing, and the boys put everything they had into it to try and claim some bragging rights and some free dinner on Thursday night.
So Riley, tell us about the Dragon Boat race day. How'd you find it?
Yeah, it was good. Different experience, and yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Your team, how did they go?
Lost everyone.
Lost everyone?
Yeah.
Oh well, it happens at times.
Yeah.
The main thing is you had a bit of fun.
Yeah, it was good today, so just something different. And
Sunday morning saw the boys head into Mars Stadium for our annual team photo and headshot days. Getting the boots and hair all on point, and then waiting their turn for their individual headshot photo for season 2018. Before we went through some coaching structures with the coaches, and the Reach Foundation came in as well to give us some memorable one-on-one group sessions. Pre-season camp 2018, Dragon Boat racing on Port Phillip Bay, Pardo, with Etihad Stadium framing it in the background. A pretty special moment for the boys, and boy was it a hot day.
It was hot, Sean, yeah. And thank you to Dragon Boat Victoria as well for their hospitality and assistance in getting the team out on 3 boats. It was a surely great experience for our players. You never know when their footy experience is finished, Sean, they might go Dragon Boat racing. Well, we hope so anyway. So
Judging on a few of their form, though, I don't think so.
It was interesting, Sean. It's not all muscles and brawn, Sean. It's a bit of teamwork and communication, which was great for our group.
It certainly is indeed a great camp. And one thing we didn't get on the video as well, that all of our first-year rebels on Saturday night, just as it was turning from light to dark, heading through a mine shaft up at Pax Hill Scout Camp and having to work their way through and find an exit about 200 metres away.
Well, it's become a bit of a tradition, Sean. Every team's gone through the mine shaft at Pax Hill for the last 12 years since I've been involved, and just took the first years this year, so the 17-year-olds and the 18-year-olds hadn't played rebels before, and it was a moving experience for them again, Sean, and a bit scary for some of the boys, but they got through it really well, Sean, and really looking forward to see how they go for the rest of the year.
It was interesting to see blokes talking about they saw other people down there, and I think there was one guy that said he heard a devil or something like that, so interesting to see some of those reactions. But we move into this weekend, Pardo, and Our last dress rehearsal, I suppose it's going to be, before the season opener itself here at Mars Stadium. 3 games of footy on Sunday. The under-16 development squad playing at 11 a.m. against the Geelong Falcons. And then 2 under-18 games at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. also against the Geelong Falcons. Some pretty good footy being on display that day as both teams really get themselves ready for round 1.
Yeah, as you said, full dress rehearsal for round 1, Sean. So Geelong Falcons, one of the benchmarks of the competition. So really good weekend of footy for us, and hopefully prepares ourselves for round 1 against the Bendigo Pioneers a week later.
And then after that at 5 p.m. for our TAC Cup Boys squad as well, a player presentation where we get to get the boys up in front of their parents and everything like that and really celebrate their achievements in making the TAC Cup squad for the year.
Yeah, we also give some player information about player agents and what goes ahead for the year in front of us. So looking forward to that and getting all parents. Food will be supplied, Sean, and drinks will be at bar prices.
Awesome, that's great news. TAC Cup Girls this weekend, back in action as well, Pardo, before we bring Krista Woodroffe in to preview this weekend's game, also against the Geelong Falcons, as it is at Marty Bush Reserve in Sebastopol. Bit of news regarding the coaching position for the TAC Cup Girls team.
Yes, we've made a move on the coach. Jeff Whittaker stood down for personal reasons, and Reece Carr, who's one of our under-16 development coaches from 2017, stepped up to be assistant coach of the girls program. He's taken on the main role. Looking forward to Carr. He's going really well. He's a great person, and the girls have really got a good connection with him already. So wishing Carr and the coaching team all the best for round 2.
Let's have a look at this week's game and preview it with Krista Woodroffe as we say goodbye, or you say goodbye from the studio, Pardo. I'll be back with Krista as well, and be seeing you again next week for our big season opener episode for the TAC Cup Boys.
And a couple of big announcements, I think, Sean, with sponsors as well coming up too.
Looking very much forward to that. We might have some different gear on next week as well, which will be nice to show off too. But it's time to talk TAC Cup Girls, and joining us to do so once again, our female talent coordinator, Krista Woodroffe. Welcome back to Rebels TV, ladies and gentlemen. As we mentioned, it's time to talk TAC Cup Girls here on Rebels TV, and joining us to do so is our female talent coordinator, Krista Woodroffe. Krista, welcome back.
Thanks, Sean. Always good to be here.
Bit of a rest weekend last weekend, no TAC Cup Girls games, but we did have a few girls heading down with the boys to the AFL Victoria Testing Day at Maribyrnong College.
Yeah, it was good. We went down to Maribyrnong and did the testing with the boys. We had 4 of our girls, which was really good for them to be exposed to that sort of elite testing environment. So the girls were excited to go down there and show everyone what they had.
Some extra highlights on the screen then of the girls going through testing as opposed to what we saw in our video earlier as well. Some big news coming from the camp as well. Pardo touched on it before the introduction that we've had a coaching change within the Rebels ranks. Jeff Whittaker standing down for personal reasons as head coach, and Reece Carr taking the reins as head coach from this weekend onwards.
Yeah, it's really, really exciting to have Reece come on board. With Jeff, I suppose work-life balance for us is the most important thing at the Rebels, and we feel that it's more important to be part of your family's life. Even though Rebels is a really big part of our lives, it's going to be good for Jeff to take on a new role as our coach and play a mentor. It's going to give our girls a little bit more one-on-one involvement with our coaching staff, as well as our coaches, that one-on-one mentoring. With Jeff, he's had some great experience in the coaching ranks, over the last few years. So it's really important for us to keep him involved in the program. And I'm really excited to have Reece come on board as a part of the head coaching staff. So I think it's a great step for us moving into the 9 rounds this year. And
another notch, obviously, on Reece's belt. Had some experience with our under-16s. Has been involved all pre-season from an assistant coach point of view as well. So it's a seamless transition into the role for him, really. Yeah, definitely. And the girls respond really well to Reece. He's really taken on a really good role over the course of
the last few months. So just looking forward to seeing how he goes and how Jeff goes with his new role as our coach and player mentor.
Well, the girls back in action this weekend. Round 2 of the TAC Cup Girls competition at Marty Bush Reserve in Sebastopol. So a local Ballarat game for our girls, taking on the Geelong Falcons, who look pretty good in their first game of the season. So whilst we expect our girls to be extremely competitive this weekend, they're going to have their work cut out for them as well.
Yeah, definitely. The Falcons are by far a very strong outfit. They train 3 days a week in comparison to our girls who don't get as much contact hours. But I think, our speed and our ability to chase down the footy and our strengths in our attack and tackling pressure will really see for a strong game and hopefully a really good performance.
And if we pick up where we left off after quarter time in round 1, then we'll see some good signs on the weekend because the girls were very, very good in that regard. And of course, keep an eye on our social media. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, we'll have the team for round 2 selected and transmitted throughout our social media channels. That's all we've got for Rebels TV this week. Krista, thanks for joining us once again.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us as well on Rebels TV. We'll see you again next Wednesday at 6 p.m. right here.